Today in the Khutbatul Jummah, we have a topic about the Ashura. The Ashura is the 10th day of Muharram, or in Islamic calendar, the Muharram is the first month in Islamic calendar, which is according to the lunar calendar. And it is a very significant value in our religion. In Quran, there are incidents which happen on the Ashura, like Prophet Musa was saved from Pharaoh and his army when they crossed the Red Sea. And the Prophet Abraham was saved from the fire on that day, 10th of Ashura, the 10th of Muharram. And the Prophet Yunus or Prophet Jonah was saved from the whale on the same day. And that day is the next Friday. And Prophet Adam was forgiven, and Prophet Noah was saved through the ship with his people, with his family and believers. And also the Prophet Ayub or Prophet Job, he was cured. So many things happen, and also there will be going to be a day of judgment on this day, and it will be a same Friday also. But what is the most important thing we need to discuss is that day, the 10th of Ashura, the Prophet Muhammad's family, they give sacrifice. His grandson Hussein included his family, they all sacrifice. All the male members of the families and all the friends were sacrificed for the right, for the justice, and the female family members of Prophet Muhammad were prisoned, and they suffered a lot for this. Prophet Muhammad, he also mentioned about his grandchildren, Hussein and Hassan, that they will be the leaders of paradise. So it's a very beautiful story, and it's a very great message. Even the non-Muslims, they get the lesson from this message, that how you can get freedom, how you can get justice in the world, how you can stand for the right. Like Mahatma Gandhi, one of the great leaders in India who struggled against the British for the freedom. And then he also copied the struggle of Hussein, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even the first time when he wanted to get the sword from his own land, which is controlled by the British rule, he went with the 72 people, because the Hussein was with 72 people, with mostly women and children, who were attacked by the army of 30,000 people. And then they did not surrender, because this army was wrong. Yazid, the king, was wrong, and he was a monarchist, and monarchy is not allowed in Islam. So he waged the war against Yazid and gave his life and his family's life, and rest of his family, female members, were captured. Only one male member of his family was survived, Zainul Abidin. Even the Nelson Mandela, the great leader in South Africa, who was waging war against, who wanted to get freedom for his people, who were colonized by the British government, he was captured and put on the Caribbean island, and for many years, and then he was about to give up. And that night, when he was thinking that tomorrow morning I will give up, he remembered the story of the Hussein, that he did not surrender on that night before the Ashura, the daytime when there is going to have a battle, and they are surely going to be all martyred on that day. But they did not back out, and they sacrificed for the sake of Allah. They give their lives, but they never surrender to the evil, they never surrender to the wrong, they never surrender to the tyrant, and they never surrender to the injustice. So Nelson Mandela said, when Hussein can sacrifice all his family, including himself, why I myself only I cannot fight for the justice, for the freedom of my people? So he continued, and 25 years after, he got the freedom from British rule, and then he became the first president of South Africa. So there are many other people who take the lesson, and they learn from the story of the Hussein, that how great and brave man was he, that he did not accept the unjust rule of Yazid, who took the rule from monarchy of his father. His father Muawiyah, he just gave it to him that you are my son, so you are going to be a ruler, and which is against Islamic law. Prophet David was a Khalifa, the ruler. He did not give away his rule to Solomon the prophet, because of his son. But Prophet Solomon was prophets, and in the presence of prophet, no one else can be a ruler, because prophet is a great authority from God. So Prophet Solomon, he did not take over the monarchy of his father. Rather, he was the right person to be ruled that time. Like Prophet Muhammad, when he was the ruler in Medina, then the rule of Islam was expanding in the world. When he was about to die, he did not appoint his uncle Abbas or his cousin, which is like brother Ali, to be a ruler. No. None of his relative he give the authority or priority to be Khalifa. He leave it to the Muslims to choose their leader.